writers and readers, I'm Christie Stratos, and today is a huge day for me. I'm really excited because I am going to reveal the cover of Lock and Key finally. I have been holding on to this cover for months until I finally finished the book and had a definite publication date. So I'm really not going to take too long to actually show you the cover, but I will say that this cover was much easier to do than Anatomy of a Darkened Heart. Anatomy of a Darkened Heart was complicated, it had a lot of elements to it. This one, I only had one or two things that I was thinking about doing, and I really decided on this one pretty quick. My designer's ebook launch, they're absolutely fantastic. I love working with them. And without further ado, I'm just gonna pop it on the screen. I think that this cover really defines the book extremely well. I think that the mood is captured, a particular person is captured, the darkness of course is captured. I think it's very clear that it's a dark genre, and I'm really excited about it. One of the things that on the front I had thought about doing was having just the wallpaper from Anatomy of a Darkened Heart, which I was thinking originally I would have throughout the entire Dark Victoriana collection. I wanted to have the wallpaper with just sort of like a padlock and key, and that would be pretty much it, and then Love's Bloom would be the wallpaper with a bouquet or something along those lines. And I realized that the wallpaper really has nothing to do with Lock and Key, with Love's Bloom. It really doesn't. And yes, it carries through the whole Whitestone thing, but this was much better. I felt that Lock and Key had its own personality and really needed something to show that it is its own standalone book that you can read as part of the collection, but it is standalone and it has a whole other feel, a whole other style, and completely different characters than Anatomy of a Darkened Heart, although you do see a couple of them cross through. On the back, the only other thing I thought about was putting a journal there instead of these keys. The keys are very fitting, of course, but I did think about putting a journal, which has great significance, but of course not quite the significance that keys have. So after I looked at a few pictures of journals that looked okay, I really wasn't convinced that it would draw anybody in, and the keys seemed like a better thing, both to draw your attention and maybe get you interested in the book, and as a really just a better sort of visual description of the book. So I'm so excited. I'm holding it here in my very own hands, and I will tell you that even though I did this with Anatomy of a Darkened Heart and got it in my very own hands and held it and was incredible because it was my first paperback book, this is just as exciting, and maybe even exciting in different ways, because yeah, it's my second one, and I'm so proud that I was able to put another book together, and it sort of proved to me that I definitely can continue to publish, which, you know, I really didn't have doubts about that, but until you actually do it, it's always sort of like, will I make this happen or not? I really have no doubts in myself anymore, which is really great. And also, because it's just so very different from Anatomy of a Darkened Heart, I know that I'm capable of something very different as well, which is a really big deal to me. So I'm so excited about this, and I'm glad that I got to share this with you. Lock and Key will be available September 7th of this year, but you can pre-order now down below, and I really look forward to you guys reading it and letting me know what you think. I think you guys are gonna like it. Like I said, it's completely different from Anatomy of a Darkened Heart, very different, but still dark, still psychological, still Victorian era, still suspenseful, and still intense. So thank you so much for being here for me with my cover reveal, and as always, thank you so much for spending time with me, and I will see you soon.